Dear Ophelia, I hesitated for days before writing this. Not because I don't have anything to say, God knows I do, but because I don't know if it matters anymore. Maybe you've moved on. Maybe you think I've vanished from the map. Maybe you like it that way. But I couldn't keep it inside any longer. It's been 15 years, Ophelia. 15 years of silence over a goddamn apartment. A box made of bricks and dust that should have never meant more than blood. But somehow, it did for you. Or maybe it was never you, maybe it was your husband whispering poison, convincing you that you were owed something, that we were the enemy. I never fully understood it then, and I still don't. But I do know this, it broke us. And we've stayed broken ever since. I wasn't the one who threw punches with words. I wasn't the one who showed up with a lawyer. And I sure as hell wasn't the one who turned our mother's living room into a courtroom. But still, I've carried the weight. Not because I think I deserve it, but because I can't stop caring. Because even after everything, I can't stop being your brother. That's the sick joke of it, isn't it? You can cut people out, burn the bridge, and pretend you don't care, but the ones who really matter, they linger. Like echoes. Like shadows that stretch across your life no matter how far you run. I still hear your laugh sometimes. Like when I'm walking past the park we used to mess around in, remember? You chasing me with a plastic sword, swearing revenge for stealing your imaginary candy stand customers at our backyard fairs. You were always so damn creative, so stubborn. You could sell a broken yo-yo like it was gold-plated. You had this spark. I don't know if it's still there, but I hope it is. I hope life didn't dim it. I miss you. Not the version you became during the fight. Not the person twisted up in paperwork and resentment. I miss you, my little sister. The one who used to sit on the kitchen counter while I made peanut butter sandwiches and sang the theme song from Sailor Moon off-key. The one who dived headfirst into a sandbox to find a missing toy. The one who made our dull world feel like magic just by being in it. Remember when we used to build forts out of couch cushions? I'd always try to make it the tallest, and you'd get so mad when it would collapse, but then we'd start over. You'd pull me into your world, and it didn't matter that the house was falling apart, because in those moments, we were kings and queens, rulers of our cardboard kingdom. Do you remember the little shops we set up? The toy markets in the living room with a makeshift counter made of old magazines? You'd sell your plastic jewelry, and I tried to convince you to trade for a stick or a rock, laughing when you tried to outsell me with that mischievous grin of yours. Those days, Ophelia. Before it all fell apart. You know, Mom still lives with me. She's slowed down a bit, knees aren't what they used to be, memory comes and goes. But she still hums when she makes tea. Same old tunes. Same old habits. She doesn't talk about you much anymore. I think part of her is scared to bring you up, worried I'll shut it down. And yeah, sometimes I do. Because, Ophelia, I see what it does to her. When you call out of the blue, and then disappear for months. When you promise a visit, and it never happens. She pretends everything is fine, but I know our mother. I know that tremble in her hands after she hangs up the phone. I know the way she replays every conversation like she's looking for signs. For hope. Or closure. And I don't want her to be toyed with. She's all I've got. Just like you are, even if you don't feel it anymore. I've been angry. Yes. Bitter sometimes. But mostly I've just been tired. Tired of pretending I don't care. Tired of wondering what the hell went wrong. Tired of trying to guess if you ever think of me when the world gets quiet. Do you? Do you ever lie awake and remember how we'd set up our toy shops in the living room and argue about who got to sell the bouncy balls? Do you remember the Christmas we stayed up until 3 a.m. trying to build that horrible cardboard castle from the cereal box? I do. I remember everything. I'm writing you this not to blame you. I've done that already. Enough for a lifetime. I'm writing because despite all the hurt, I still want to believe there's a version of this story that ends with us finding our way back. Not for Mom, not for guilt, but because somewhere under all the mess, I still love you. But let me be clear, Ophelia, if we do talk again, if we try to fix this, it has to be real. I won't do it for the sake of keeping up appearances. I won't do it just because someone needs something, or misses a roof. I want my sister back. Not a stranger playing pretend until the next storm. If that's not something you can give me, I understand. Truly. But if it is, if there's even a sliver of that stubborn, brave, kind little girl still left in you, then I'm here. Ready to bury the past, once and for all. Not to forget, but to move forward, together. Take your time, or don't. I'll keep the door unlocked either way. Still your brother, Mickey. If you enjoyed this story, please leave a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Your support means a lot to us, and we're always happy to have you as part of our community. See you in the next story.